I have already spoken about some aspects of Saint Carlo Acutis, and I will continue to emphasize others, because he is a magnificent example of holiness for teenagers and young people. Today, I want to refer to his prayer, to one aspect of his prayer. What was his prayer like? The most important thing was the Eucharist. We know that. But not only the Eucharist. I want to focus on other aspects. His mother says that it was important for him to pray in front of an icon he had at home, the icon of Vladimir, as it is called here, the Virgin of Tenderness, a beautiful icon, because it is known that icons are not simply paintings, not just pictures. In them, there is a certain spiritual presence of the Lord, and through them it is easier to come into contact with the divine. He spent time in silence before the icon of Vladimir, of the Virgin Mary with the child, speaking with the Blessed Virgin. His love for the Virgin was extraordinary, always, and that is why he gave great importance to what is called vocal prayer, the Holy Rosary. He prayed the Rosary every day, 5 mysteries of the Rosary every day, sometimes all at once, and other times in parts, sometimes in church, and other times alone. And on one occasion he had read that it was less effective when prayed alone than when prayed in a group. But he remembered a phrase from Saint Pio of Pietrelcina, who had told one of his spiritual daughters when she asked this question, "Why don't you pray the Rosary with your guardian angel? Talk to him and pray the Rosary together." Well, he prayed the Rosary every day, and if he could not do it all at once, he did it in fragments. Another important thing for Saint Carlo Acutis was meditation on the Annunciation of the Lord, that is, the Annunciation of the angel to the Virgin Mary, the Incarnation of the Lord, Mary's response. He loved to meditate on that, because there he saw, if not everything, because the cross was missing, he saw much of God's love, and how our response to God's love should be. It was very important, his mother says, the first visit they made as a family to Fatima. He was deeply impressed, and she said that shortly after the death of Sister Lucia, he had a vision. A dream, not a vision. A dream at night in which Sister Lucia appeared to him and told him about the importance of praying and offering the first 5 Saturdays of the month for the salvation of the soul and the salvation of souls, and likewise the importance of penance for the conversion of sinners, starting with himself, with ourselves, and that he always kept that very present. The love for Fatima, the love for Our Lady of Fatima, for the Virgin, was for him something essential. Another important point of his way of meditating, nature. His parents had a house on the outskirts of Assisi, on the hill in Assisi, on the way from the city to the hermitage of Le Carceri, a house really in the middle of the forest, where I have been accompanying his mother, and he liked to go alone on the hill of Assisi to contemplate nature and praise God, as Saint Francis did. And he liked to repeat a phrase of Saint Francis that he made his own, "My God and my all." And he said that for God to finally be everything for him, he had to dedicate much time to prayer, so that no trace of other desires remained, except the desire to be united with God. So, Virgin Mary, icon of Vladimir, Annunciation, Fatima, praying the Holy Rosary, and nature. Contemplating nature, praising God for nature, thanking God for nature, for the creation He has given us, so that in the end we can say, as Saint Francis and as he said, that God was everything for him. May God bless you.